Hare Krishna. What a joyful day it is. We have the great privilege of celebrating together the appearance day of Lord Balaram. Haribo. Let's do the translations. I offer my repeated obeisances unto Srimati Vrinda, Srimati Tulsi Devi, who is very dear to Lord Keshava. O Goddess, you bestow devotional service to Krishna and possess the highest truth. O Tulsi, beloved of Krishna, I bow before you again and again. My desire is to obtain the service of Sri Sri Radha Krishna. Whoever takes shelter of you has his wishes fulfilled. Bestowing your mercy on him, you make him a resident of Vrindavan. My desire is that you also grant me a residence in the pleasure groves of Sri Vrindavan Dham. Thus, within my vision, I shall always behold the beautiful pastimes of Radha and Krishna. I beg you to make me a follower of the cowherd damsels of Vraja. Please give me the privilege of devotional service and make me your own maidservant. This very fallen and lowly servant of Krishna prays, may I always swim in the love of Sri Sri Radha and Govinda. Those who circumambulate Srimati Tulsi Devi step by step destroy whatever sins they have committed, even the killing of a Brahmana. Now, Bali Mardan Prabhu will say something about the significance of our worshipping Srimati Tulsi Devi.
Also in Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto, it is mentioned that when the Lord's piercing, the whole cosmos and the Biraja river comes, it is mixed with Tulasi that's the Ganga, which is also mixed with the Tulasi. And Sukadev Goswami very clearly described that the worshipping of Tulasi, including in Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Advaita Acharya, when he worshipped, beginning invoking by offering Tulsi and Gangajal to Salagram Sila. So just by seeing Tulsi, worshipping Tulsi, touching Tulsi, watering Tulsi, singing Tulsi, 9 processes of devotional service to Tulsi, you get the same benefit. Om Tat Sat.
Haribo. Besides chanting Hare Krishna, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur says we must make a conscious effort and arrange our lives in such a way that we can avoid committing offenses to the holy name. And there are 10, or might say 11 offenses mentioned, and we can recite them together, and then I'll call on a couple of devotees to make some commentary. Satam ninda namna paramama paradham vitanute yata kyatim yatam katam usahate tadvigarham. To blaspheme the devotees who have dedicated their lives for propagating the holy name of the Lord. 2. Shivasya Shri Vishnur ya iha gunanamadi sakalam Dhyabhinam pashyat sakalu harinama hitakaraha. To consider the names of demigods like Lord Shiva or Lord Brahma to be equal to or independent of the name of Lord Vishnu. 3. Gorod avagnya, to disobey the orders of the spiritual master or to consider him an ordinary person. 4. Shruti Shastra Nindanam, to blaspheme the Vedic literatures or literatures in pursuance of the Vedic version. 5. Harinamni Kalpanam, to consider the glories of chanting Hare Krishna to be imagination. 6. Artavadaha, to give some mundane interpretation on the holy name of the Lord. 7. Namno baladyasya hi papa budhir na vidyate tasya yamarna shudhi, to commit sinful activities on the strength of chanting the holy name of the Lord. 8. Dharma vrata tyaga hutadi sarva shubha kriya samyam api pramadaha, to consider the chanting of Hare Krishna one of the auspicious ritualistic activities offered in the Vedas as fruit of activities, karma kanda. 9. Ashradadani vimukhe pyashrinvati Yashchopadesha Shivanama Paradaha, to instruct a faithless person about the glories of the holy name. 10. Shute pinama mahatye ya priti rahito naraha aham mamari paramo nani sopya parada krit. To not have complete faith in the chanting of the holy names, than to maintain material attachments, even after understanding so many instructions on this matter. Api pramadaha, it is also an offense to be inattentive while chanting. And now let's hear 2 verses from the 2nd chapter of the Bhagavatam, Divinity and Divine Service, that describe how, at least 2 verses, how one may develop the spiritual strength to avoid the 10 offenses of the Lord. Avantika, go ahead. There's some verses there that describe how one starts to get strength, also that one's able to give one-pointed attention. What is it about the process of hearing chanting that gives one spiritual strength? That's one thing.
One of the verses could be Vasudeve Bhagavati Bhakti Yoga Prayojita Janayatya Shivairagyam Jnanam Chayat Ahetukam. By rendering service unto the personality of Godhead, one gets renunciation and knowledge.
Well done. Others? You owe us at least one more verse and relate it to the 10 offenses and how to get spiritual strength. Go ahead, Madhuri Saki.
Shinvatam Svakata Krishna Punya Shavana Kirtana Hidayanta Sohya Bhadrani Vidinoti Sritsatam.
What's that noise? Oh.
So Shinvatam.
Closer.
Shinvatam Svakata Krishna. Listening to Katha and also engaging in Kirtan. We can...
Punya Shravana Kirtana. Punya Shravana means you get the punya, or this spiritual wealth, right? Mm-hmm. And who helps you from within?
The
Krishna, who's known as Vidunoti. Anushrit, tell us who Vidunoti is. Yeah, go ahead.
I remember a visual you do of like wringing a cloth.
Yeah, he's actually there within the heart, and he helps us to remove any of the anarthas that are there. Vidunoti is also a machine that cleans cotton. It has these cords, and when they vibrate, all the cotton gets cleaned out. Balaram is known as the Adi Guru. He helps us to prepare ourselves to invite Krishna into our lives. In fact, in Krishna Lila, he's the one who appears first within the womb of Devaki, and then he goes to the womb of Rohini, and he prepares that environment, that is the womb of Devaki, so that Krishna can appear there. So if we take strength from Lord Balaram, we can prepare ourselves to advance further and further in devotional service. Well done, everybody. Hare Krishna. So the Jayanti, or the appearance day of the Lord, today is Lord Balaram's appearance day, is a day for renewal, because the process of devotional service, although no matter how well situated we are on the path, there's a tendency to become distracted and for the practice to diminish. And Krishna comes from time to time to restore for the whole world the idea that, yes, I'm supposed to go back to Godhead. So these days are special days on which we can renew our devotional service. And remember that my real happiness in life comes from my integrity in practicing devotional service. And Balaram's the perfect person to pray to this day, to have spiritual strength, to overcome the anartas, to hear and chant steadfastly so that we can make progress in devotional service. What do you think? Okay. Dear Srila Prabhupada, dear Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Shri Shri Panchatattva, Shri Shri Radha Madan Mohan, Shri Shri Lakshmi Nrsingadev, Shri Shri Krishna Balaram. If you so desire, please empower us on this day to renew our dedication to cooperating with devotees, overcoming whatever obstacles we meet by working around them for the sake of harmony and the practice of devotional service under the shelter of our Acharya, His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Thank you for considering our request. Everyone agrees with this prayer in whole or in part. Please unmute and say Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Vanchakalpadurusha Kripa Sindhaveva Cha Patitanam Ha Vinibhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha.